Why wouldn't you want to just put the pump in your pocket?
I like to have it by my side here, in my little bag, with my credit cards, my passport, somewhere where I can keep everything together, everything safe. It's an expensive bit of equipment.
How much do one of those things cost?
Well, I paid about $6, $7, $9 for mine, and that was just because there was an offer on in the paper. But my mate Judy down the road, she paid about $2 grand for hers. They're really expensive.
That's a lot of money. Why would you spend so much money on something like that?
You cannot put a price on safety. With this thing, I feel really safe having it here by my side. And I mean, with all these immigrants that are coming around these days, I just can't. I just need to have it here.
That looks painful. Why are you doing that?
I put it in here so that the pump can give me a little bit of a boost when I go into a strange or an area where I don't feel very comfortable, and I feel so much safer having this attached to me and providing me with that boost. I don't want to go out shopping with my friends and not feel like I don't have that security around me. This is sort of like a safety blanket for me.
Since 2015, the British government passed legislation that allowed the sale of products which can enhance and protect an individual through biological manipulation. One product in particular is the Apollo, a device that delivers a dose of stimulant to the wearer when they enter an area considered to be dangerous. Codenamed Apollo by the army who developed it, with several drug companies to enhance their soldiers' performance in the field, the drug companies quickly saw its potential in other fields, such as sports science and medical care. After drug companies advertised it in the public domain, it wasn't long until third parties saw new applications for it. One particular group saw an opportunity for this product to protect themselves against the perceived threat of migrants.
In 2010, Britain entered a coalition with the Liberal Democrats and the Labour Party. It was difficult recovering from the recession. But Britain's economy became one of the fastest growing in the West by 2012. Our tolerant government and our rapidly expanding job market meant that Britain had become a haven for migrants, escaping financial hardships in Eastern Europe, the Middle East and Africa. However, soon anti-immigrant sentiment rose and right-wing groups became more prominent and much more popular, as they had done in other European countries. One group, Radar, fronted by a resurgent Nigel Farage, took advantage of Apollo to further their agenda of fear.
Radar sold tens of thousands of units to concerned citizens who formed a network of users around the UK. We went back to Janet to ask her about her involvement in the group.
So what are you doing there?
So I'm currently just going through the newspaper and seeing which stories tell us about crimes that have been committed, and then uploading them to the Apollo database.
Okay, and do you only get your information from the newspaper?
No, but most of it comes from here, but I also look on forums online, and when I talk to my friends and family about any recent crimes as well, I will update them onto the database.
And what information do you need to complete an entry in the database?
So you write a little report about what's happened, the crime that's been committed, where the crime's happened, and then you rate the crime here.
Okay, and how does this rating then affect the pump?
So depending on the severity of the rating, the pump will then administer a certain amount of stimulant when you go to the area where the crime has happened.
Radar and the Apollo network meant that concerned citizens like Janet felt empowered and could do something to protect their community. However, gangs have learnt that by committing gruesome, newsworthy crimes, paranoid Apollo users avoided that area, even if it defied their rational judgment. Businesses start to struggle, and property values come down as a significant number of affluent people avoid investing in an area that makes them feel uncomfortable. Carlos, an ex-gang member, agreed to talk to me about some of the tactics he and other migrants would use to influence Apollo users.
So how do you empty an area of all its British people?
Well, it's easy. In the beginning, you go out with a couple of friends, you start making crimes like armed robberies, rapes, these sort of things.
Big crimes.
Big
bad
crime, yeah, like
crimes,
a sort of crime that you can end up in prison for a couple of years and always big headlines in all kind of press. People get scary. But at the end, we understood that just going in the area, attacking local people, mainly British, they finally will get afraid about the area, so they wouldn't go anymore.
This is a process known as reverse gentrification, and is now being capitalised on by gangs looking for ways to expand out beyond their typical enclaves. It seems unlikely that a compromise will be reached soon, as sales of the Apollo and membership to Radar continues to increase. Political will is at an all-time low, and an illegal civil society is occupying the space. Technology allows our bodies to be more adaptable than ever, yet humanity is being overruled by a very human closed-mindedness, exacerbating fear and division. Do we want to return to a fake remembered past, or build a common future?